James, from lead singer of Toseland. The boys are not here unfortunately because they're loading in. We're on in a few hours, so it's been a drive, hasn't it?
Yes. Where have you come from?
Down Guildford area where I picked the boys up from. So it's been a bit of a journey, but a lovely drive. I've never driven through the centre of Wales before, and it is really beautiful.
Not the coast roads.
No, we kind of went through the middle. Like A40, 6 for a bit, and then straight through the middle, so rather than around the top. So yeah, it was really good, really good. Not a problem at all to get here, but it's a fair kind of 5-hour drive. But no, we haven't had a gig for a while because we've been in the studio writing album 2, recording album 2, and we've been really excited about that. That's going to come out in May. I've got to put the vocals down to it in the next couple of weeks, and then I fly to Canada because Mike Fraser is going to be mixing it for us, which I'm really excited about. And he did Aerosmith, AC/DC, everybody right at the top, so I'm really excited. I've never been to Canada before either, so I'm going to fly to Vancouver. I've been travelling a bit this year with one thing and another, and I got some air miles, so I'm actually going to physically take the drives over myself. So yeah, so that's all happening, and we've got a couple of more gigs in December 3rd. We've got the Panic Rockstock gig, and then we've got 7th. We're supporting the Black Star Riders in Wolverhampton actually, which we're really excited about. Because Wolverhampton's been a real good area for us. So, yeah, we had a bit of a quiet year this year because we did all the festivals the year before, and they don't really tend to put you on in consecutive years.
No.
So I knew.
Firstly, it's still out.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. So we did Lou Festival, Car Fest, and Calling Festival, and loads of stuff that year. So I knew I'd have the time to write the new material, and we have done. Me and Toby Jepson have written it all again, and like I said, we've just been to Vale Studio for the past 2 months, got all the instrumentation recorded, and yeah, really excited about it.
Joe recently joined you earlier this year. How's he settling in?
He's great.
Is
He's great.
been well received?
Oh, massively. You know, he's got so much energy and vibe behind the kit. You know, our last drummer, Matt, bless him, he had a young boy, and you know what it's like touring. There's a lot of commitment and a lot of time away from home, and just at his age where he was in a band that was just moving, he ended up being a dad, and he found it out. Well, he just found out that that's all he wanted to do was be a dad, and fair play to him. And, so that left the door open then for Joe to come in, and yeah, since he's been on board, it's really felt like a unit. It's been going really well.
So, anybody that hasn't had the pleasure of hearing Toseland, how would you describe the sound?
It's just classic rock with a lot of energy, and we love what we do. We really genuinely love performing live. You know, writing the material and everything is a real different process for me. But it's all to do with getting material so I can play it live and walking out on stage. And now the band's at a certain level where it's quite a few people now, and the album's known and the songs are known, so they're starting to sing the songs a bit back to you, and you really feel connected then.
It's been an awesome feeling when they're singing it back to you.
It is,
yeah.
Because there's obviously a real dry period when the audience is just there discovering the music.
Yeah.
But as soon as the album comes out and people play it in their cars and then come to the next gig, all of a sudden it turns into a party between you together, and not you're on stage trying to sell your goods. You know, once you make that transition, it's really fun then.
You've been the opening act for Darkness, Little Angels, Shed Stage and Status Quo. What would you say has been your highlights so far?
Oh, the Little Angels was special because I first met Toby Jepson, the lead singer of the Little Angels, and we wrote the songs together on the first album and now the second album. And we became very close friends from meeting. And just at the time, the Little Angels reformed after 18 years.
Yeah.
And they did Download in 2012, I think it was. And then they did a tour around the UK on the back of that. And for him to ask us to support them, it was a bit of a favour because we were very unknown. You know, we'd only done a few club gigs really before that point, and it really kind of the Little Angels came back, and all their audience massively came back, and the venues were huge. And I think everybody listened to us supporting them could see that it was still Toby's music coming out of that, and then from them kind of like stopping again and us carrying on, we got a lot of support from the Little Angels fans from that, and that kind of kick-started things off for us, which was that was a big moment.
You was due to attempt to break the motorcycle speed record at Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah, 2004. It was cancelled till...
No, not 2004.
No, sorry.
No, it was...
2014, sorry.
Yeah, 2014, yeah. No, we've just found out 6 months ago, because the event's been cancelled for the last 3 years at the salt flats, because what happens is in the salt lake, in the summer the water dries out basically, and then the salt solidifies. But they thought they've had just wet summers, because the salt hasn't been solidifying enough, and if it doesn't solidify long enough, you need 10 or 11 miles to be able to go over 400 miles an hour, which we're trying to do. But it wasn't that. It's not natural. It's actually a company that's been fracking in the area, and with all the liquids being pumped into the ground, the salt hasn't been solidifying, and we've only just found that out. So after 3 years of not having the opportunity to, because they've not been in the right condition, so now we're looking at other areas that you can do it.
Oh, okay.
There's one in South Africa and there's one in Australia. You can do them on, so we're quite looking at that. And then we're still hopeful to do it next year.
Obviously quite a big contrast between the music and that side.
A little bit, but not for me, obviously, with what I used to do. And really, ever since getting the injury and retiring, I've never ridden a bike in anger since that day, and I've solely just focused on my music, which I love. But this one project, it's not racing anymore, but it's just an opportunity to be the world's best on two wheels at something, which I don't have the chance to do anymore. So that's what it's about for me, really personally. But it is going to be pretty hairy. The world record is 376 miles an hour, and I'm going to be trying to be the first person to go over 400 miles an hour. So on two wheels, especially now I've been retired 5 years from racing. I used to do 200 miles an hour every weekend, and like for the last 5 years I've been used to about 6 miles an hour in London at best. So yeah, it's going to be. We'll see what happens. As soon as the bike we start testing, I might have to just start jumping back on a race bike and get my brain up to speed a bit to get used to processing the information. But I'll cross that bridge when I have to.
All the best in that, and good luck. So, are you sticking around for the rest of the weekend, or are you just...
We're stopping tonight.
We're
stopping tonight, just because I'm driving the van, and I don't fancy driving all this way and all the way back in one day.
Yeah. You looking forward to seeing anyone?
Yeah, I'll definitely UFO, absolute legends. But the line is great. It's just a real pleasure to see your name amongst the bands like that, and to have a great slot. We're fourth from top, and we had his very first main stage festival appearance at Rambling Man Fair this year, and that really proved to ourselves that we could walk out on a stage that size and pull it off. And now the promoters in other areas are hopefully noticing that, and we can start playing at the bigger shows. But obviously album 2 is the main focus for us, and hopefully the songs will be popular and we'll just keep the ball rolling.
Well, look forward to seeing you again soon then.
Cheers, thank you.
Good luck for tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.